Hall of Fame, MVPs, All-Star games wouldn't be overly important to me if I was a professional athlete. Hall of Fame, MVPs, All-Star games wouldn't be overly important to me if I was a professional athlete. They have one big thing in common that will make it not as important to me as some people might, and it's to each his own. But I do want to bring up a bigger point, because what I'm about to say is a fact, and then I want to ask, why do you care about this fact that much? Because I don't. The fact of the matter is, MVP, Hall of Fame, All-Star game is all just somebody's opinion. A very dressed up opinion, but when you get down to it, it's about what somebody think. But Hall of Fame, somebody, people have to get together and in their opinion, they have to say what they think about how you played the game. And then they feel as though, in their opinion, you're worthy of being a part of a group that they created. All-Star game is an opinion as well. Well, yeah, it's still an opinion because people got to vote, which is going to have a bunch of biasness and everything. And there's a biasness and opinions. You can have biasness and opinions in order. This MVP, same thing. Opinion, and you can have biasness. So that's two things. Biasness possibly, but definitely the biasness is not definite, right? Because people can say, oh no, somebody wasn't biased, somebody was biased. But it's 100% all a matter of opinion. And that's why it would look. Hall of Fame, MVP, All-Star game, it would be equivalent to a compliment. If I put on some shoes, if I wear a certain shirt, look, I'm already secure in the shoes and shirt that I have on. That's why I put it on. What other people think about it is just their opinion. I don't have to be overly concerned about what other people think about me, right? I believe that there is a level of healthy concern when considering what others think about you. Don't get me wrong, right? But if someone come up to me and say, bro, I like them. Somebody said that about some shoes that I had on like a month ago. As a matter of fact, 2 people said it. Oh, I like them shoes. I appreciate the compliment. Don't get me wrong. And I'll take more. Bring them. Who don't like a good compliment, right? But whether they said that about my shoes or not, I was good and secure in it anyway. I didn't need them to say that about me for me to feel a certain way. And if they don't, so what? It's the same way about if I'm in the league, it's my game. What is really important to you, right? Do you really feel fulfilled with your game? Do you really feel fulfilled with your career? What do your teammates and your coaches think of? See, that's the people you have to work with. That's the people you have to be around, your franchise. You need to be concerned about, you need to take in what they think about you. All this other stuff is just stuff that was socially created. It's just like, it's important because we talking about basketball, but this really applies in everyday life. This is really like social cliques, right? The cool people at school, somebody created a certain group, got a lot of hype around a certain group. They say this certain group is for the best of the best, but that's all in their opinion. That's something that they came up with. It's not really real. Yeah, just because something is on TV or something is made a big deal about, don't make it a fact. And don't make it, it's only, that stuff really only is important if you make it. Right? Now, look, being part of these certain things, now, maybe there are certain perks that are real. I don't know. Maybe if you're a Hall of Famer, you got certain perks. Maybe when you get to be an All-Star, you get certain. Now, that's a separate issue, right? If there are perks that's coming along with it. I'm talking about the fact, but I think when a lot of people have issue with not making the Hall of Fame or All-Star team or not winning the MVP or whatever, I don't think they're talking about the perks necessarily. I think since this thing already been built up in this social climate that we live in, as being solidified as some ultimate stamp, although it's just what people think, I think what they want is people's approval. They want people to feel a certain way about them. Like it's not just there. So what? It's what people think. That's it. The Hall of Fame is just an opinion. You know, because people run that off on the list. Yeah, he's the Hall of Famer. He's an 8-time All-Star, the 3-time MVP. So what? Okay. That means basically, these people thought that he should be part. That's when you really want. Let's take the mask off of it. Let's talk about what they really saying. Or this guy, 200 people got together and felt like that he should be part of their club. The NBA fans 8 times voted that they think he should be in this game. And some media members, about such and such members, voted for this person and felt like he was the most valuable player in the league. They'll even tell you that they don't think that it means you're the best player in the league. Think about that. People would admit, winning an MVP doesn't mean that somebody think you're the best player in the league, which wouldn't matter anyway, because it's still just somebody's opinion. If somebody say you're the best player in the league, that's all it is somebody's opinion. But they will even say they don't consider necessarily this person being the best player in the league. So it's just an opinion. That's all it is. But like I say, we're really talking about here, but the big deal is really how big a deal it is because of the platform it has. You want the platform, right? You want the status, right? So you would clamor or cling to somebody's opinion for you to get it. So although you're looking at the status, you're looking at the platform, it's creating a habit of needing somebody's opinion to be a certain way about you for you to feel a certain way about yourself. Because you can't detach that this is a matter of opinion from the platform and how big a social status it is to be part of these groups and win these awards. And then a lot of times people feel like, now the Hall of Fame may be there. I don't know who even voted on the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? But as far as the MVP, people say a lot of people in the media vote on that. And a lot of people, sometimes people say, man, those people don't even really know basketball like that. So now you overly concerned, about getting somebody's approval who may not even know the game like that. You got something, Kenyon Martin. I think Kenyon Martin said he never made a defensive 1, 2, or 3 in his whole career. And, Kenyon Martin, he was a defender. He can defend multiple positions. That was kind of that was his game, right? He was an athletic defending guy. So come on, man. What are we really talking about? And as far as the Hall of Fame go, I don't care if all the greatest players of all time voted on it. It's still their opinion. Right? And like I said, would it be a compliment? Like that, and that's all it'll be. It's not gonna make me feel no better about myself because certain people gave me a compliment. It'll just be, okay, I appreciate that. It'll be flattering. It's not gonna boost my self-esteem because that's all it is what somebody else think about me. Whether or not somebody say that or not, my goals, my objectives in relation to the game, if I'm in the league, it's not going to change. I'm still trying to win. I'm still trying to be the best player, get the most out of my ability. I'm trying to do as much to, be able to have some type of, have a good relationship, working relationship at minimum with my teammates, with the coach, us being on one. That's what it is. And if I go to a different franchise, the same thing, right? I don't need nobody. Yeah, bro, I think that you are good. I think you're so good that this group that we created, we're going to let you be a part of it. All right. The reason, look, I would go to a Hall of Fame ceremony because, like I say, if somebody showed me, if somebody said, hey, man, we appreciated the way you played the game so much that in honor of the way you played the game, we actually want to have a ceremony for you. I mean, that would be. I'm like, oh, yeah, y'all really like the way I played the game that much. Y'all want to actually have a ceremony and honor. Okay, man. I'd appreciate that, man. I'll show up, and like I say, it'll be like a big compliment, you know. But I wouldn't look at it. I don't look at a group of people getting together and their opinion feeling like a certain way about me and think that I need to be a part. I don't look at it like, oh, the heart I can't see since I was a child. That's just not going to be me. All right? I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. And I don't want to sound unappreciative, because like I would be appreciative the compliment about the shoes. I appreciated the compliment. Hey, really did appreciate it. You know, but I'm not going to feel like I've made it because somebody let me in a group that's based off a matter of opinion. If somebody really asks me which one, I'd rather win the 3-point contest. I would feel more achieved by winning a championship or a 3-point contest than a Hall of Fame All-Star MVP, because I literally ain't no opinion here. I went out there and made more and added up more points than everybody that was out there. I really did that. Champion, we won. We had to really go through the playoffs. We had to win 4 out of 6. We really won those games. That would mean more to me. Stuff like that. Not somebody's opinion. The scoring title wouldn't mean that much to me. Although, look, I can respect him. You really had to go out there and get those buckets. That's not no matter of opinion. You averaged 35 for real. You really did that. Like I said, but that, you know, that's more of an individual award in a team sport. And you know, what did you have to do to get those buckets? How effective were you when you getting those? Were you efficient? Was it hurting the team? Was it really been? You know, you got to factor all that in. So I wouldn't place much on the scoring. More defensive player, not defensive player of the year because there's somebody voting again. But going out there and being a good defender, you have to really go out there and play good enough defense to change shots or make people miss or cause turnover. You really doing something, and that's unselfish. That can't do nothing but benefit the team. See, I would be more, you know, that defensive stuff. That would be more. Buckets is important. Don't get me wrong. You know, you got to get buckets to win. You got to stop people from getting buckets to win. So both of them is important. But I think I would take more. I would have more want to be a great defender than the greatest defender than the greatest scorer.